Hey baby dolls, I have a special video for you today. I've got my fluffy slippers right here, of course, the fluffy Highland Bulls. Sometimes though, I have an epiphany and I have some content that I want to share with you because I don't have any other time to basically fit this stuff. And it's a bit forward thinking. Now, I'm going to show you a logo of Bitcoin and Ethereum and of course Squirtle. Look how cute this Squirtle is. Now friends, I've spoken to a lot of people. I've spoken to different kinds of people, men, women, people with 0 cycle experience, 1 cycle experience, and multiple, 2, 3. And I've noticed an overwhelming conclusion. Something about everybody saying that in the next cycle, they will not hold any coin except Bitcoin. Pulse chain community, Hex community, Ethereum community, I've heard a lot. Cardanzo, there's XRP people, you name it, Pedodot, everywhere. Soylana, oh for sure Soylana. Okay, experienced Soylana people, people who bought and made 108x with me. Those types, well, they didn't make 108x with me, but around that time, people buying in 2020, they have reached this conclusion. The new people who came in 2023, 2024, they have no idea what's coming for them. And pretty much all of them have said, yeah, I'm a Bitcoin Maxi next cycle. And I've noticed this, and I found it interesting that every single person has said that. So I can already see something forming. Remember, Ethereum is in its 3rd cycle curse now. There have been economic, studies about asset speculation waves. The 1st cycle is the unicorn. 2nd cycle, one last pump, right? And the 3rd cycle is pretty much a complete letdown. That's actually what happened to Bitcoin in 2021. It could never hit 100K. It was just an overwhelming disappointment. So I believe Ethereum will have an overwhelming disappointment as well in this cycle. I just don't know where. Is it going to be ETH BTC? Maybe not even breaking the high? Is it going to be Ethereum not reaching $10,000? I don't know. I don't know where it's going to have it. Maybe ETH only hits 7,300. I don't know, okay? But I can just tell you right now, there's going to be a letdown. And I can actually show you that on the ETH-BTC ratio as well, just because we're aware of different scenarios that can happen. You never know, man. Maybe ETH-BTC never comes above 0.09. Maybe it literally comes here. It does like up here, and everyone thinks it's destined for higher, and that's it. The bear market comes for it. So after hearing this, I want to just throw this out for you that I'm actually pretty confident we should be owning Ethereum in the next bear market. Now, it's interesting, if you speak to a couple of us, we know sharding for Ethereum, it's probably going to be done in 2 to 3 years. And probably a lot of people are going to give up on it and they're not going to believe it. But it is something just interesting to think about. How, remember, markets are a moving target. People are changing their concepts of risk. They're changing their concepts, friends. They believe, well, my concept of risk used to be, maybe I'm going to miss out on the upside. Now they're fully changed. Now they're like, well, everything's a scam, man. I'm going to Bitcoin land. Be careful, friends. I'm just saying, be careful with that because, man, I've been in markets a long time, friends. And I know whenever I have an idea, I used to think I'm the only person in the world with this idea. Then eventually you do the rounds and you realize when you are thinking of your idea, there's a good chance a lot of other people are. You are the mid-curve. That's why if I was only here 4 hours a day, I'd have no chance. Literally, I'd be taken to the guillotine every time. But because I'm here 18 hours a day, I can just see everybody line up and go, oh, crap. I was first to this idea, but now you're all thinking it. So now I'm the mid-curve idea. Friends, so many times. Let's play some actual Habibi Alibi music as well for that. And I'm wearing my cute Bulbasaur hat for you, friends, too, friends. Many, many, many times, I will find myself being really early to a concept, and I don't know I'm early. I just think, oh, I've had an epiphany. But then so many other people come behind. And when I first started, I thought, hey, that means I'm right. Now I'm like, oh, crap, that's the market telling me it's pricing that idea in. It really is. So watch out for this in the next cycle. Watch out for this. How can you protect against yourself? Look, you don't want to go all in. Doesn't mean like never touch Bitcoin or anything, but I'm just telling you that we're thinking far ahead. That's it. Maybe if you're taking 50% crypto profit, 50% USD, don't mess around with the USD. Leave that. Pay your tax and stuff. The crypto profit, you got to pay tax as well. But maybe have half of it BTC, half of it ETH. Just in case. Just in case. Because the game's getting harder and harder, friends. There is a guy out here, a scammer, an actual scammer. He went on an interview, and pretty much he just exposes that he has a botnet on Soylana, and he has 200 accounts. They launch a coin, and then he has 200 accounts. They all buy slowly into the coin, and it makes it look like there's organic wallets. There's like 200 new buyers have appeared, and then when money comes in, he just rugs like $40, $100, and he's doing that all day. And he's probably made probably made hundreds of thousands of dollars by this point doing it. He's doing like 40 scams a day. Now, the total pool of money, it's getting smaller and smaller. Remember, pump fun and just trading stuff, it is not meme coins. You are not investing in a community. You are not investing in an idea where there is a network behind it. What you're doing is you're swapping between tickers and JPEGs. You're hyper gambling. You're literally 100x gambling. That's like, hey, I'm in crypto. There's a complete difference between someone who buys Bitcoin in 2018 like I did and holds it like I am still now. There is a complete difference between that and somebody who goes onto BitMax, toggles up the leverage literally to 100x and they put on a long. Completely different. Okay, one person's going to get wiped out in 2 seconds, but hey, they're doing the same thing, right? They're buying Bitcoin, or are they? So you just have to be careful with these cheaters out here. Karma is going to work its way, man. It's Soylana has had an infestation of this type of mindset on there, and of course, it's now its second cycle, so it's not like it's going to go to zero or anything. And a lot of people have like this cope stuff of like, oh, but the chain turns on. Yeah, bro, no one cares, man. No one cares. Like, there's many things that break and people stick with it, right? Like, oh yeah, my Apple's breaking down. No one cares. They still use it. There's many examples. That it doesn't have to run perfectly smoothly, but people will still participate. But how much value are you actually getting from that? That's another question. There was an expose video here from Antoine. So Mr. Handsome Finance, he's awesome, man. He's done a lot of on-chain stuff. Just to show you that there is a Twitter network, friends. There's a Twitter network. It's all these same people. It's pretty much all these. They're scum. No other word for them. They're literally lower than dirt scum. It could be the same person as well. They all copy paste each other. They're all this botnet network. They're all literally all these accounts. They're all over Twitter. They do like these threads where they have like fake Photoshop of the P&Ls and none of the accounts are real, but they're basically scamming everyone. They're robbing the Polkadot treasury. That's what turbo bearish on Polkadot. Like, man, their treasury is getting robbed 5 times from one guy. It's 5 different accounts. And there's a lot of these people following them thinking they're like getting this proper value. You're not getting anything, man. These people switch to whatever the retailers want. Like when there's one airdrop farm to be done, Arbitrum. Okay, sweet. They start spamming all these threads. This is how you farm airdrops. This is what you got to do. By the way, it's now August 2024. Have you met anybody who's retired off farming airdrops? Maybe one. Do you know how many people are doing it? Yeah, like hundreds of thousands of people all over third world countries spamming all this stuff, and you're not getting any money from the VCs, okay? So don't forget this, friends. This is Pepe in the trenches. We're literally in the trenches. Most crypto investors, they actually did not make it out of the bear market alive. You got to remember that. Why? It's because they weren't thinking about the bear market long before the bear market. They only started thinking about the bear market when they were halfway through. That's game over. You can't do that. You can't worry about the train when it's literally, 6 meters away from you on the tracks. You have to worry about the train, not even when you can hear the train. Literally. Some people are like, hey, I can hear the train. Okay, you got to prepare for that. But you got to get in the mindset where you got to be ready to listen. You got to be even thinking about what type of noise is the train going to make, right? The train hasn't appeared yet. Choo, choo. You have to be thinking about that, all right? So that's metaphorically what we're doing right now in crypto. We haven't even run up yet. I'm already thinking, hey, what's that bear market going to look like? What's it going to look like? Well, it depends how high we go up, right? We can get less euphoria and less of a bear. Okay, but what about Bitcoin? I've even really seen some of the Twitter comments. Shout out to the baby dolls out there. They're saying, well, maybe Bitcoin doesn't drop as much. Maybe it only drops 50% from the top. Lucky for you, I've made videos showing you that Bitcoin doesn't even need to drop 50% from the top. It just has to have a series of red monthly candles and everything's wiped out. I mean, the recent example we just saw, right? We're actually witnessing it right now. Bitcoin on its monthly candles, friend. That's why altcoins have been absolutely obliterated. Bitcoin in the past 5 months has had 1, 2, 3 red monthly candles. 3 out of 5. So even if there were green monthly candles popping it up, alt bleed. That's pretty much it. So what are you actually playing for? You're playing for the repetition of green monthly candles. That's what you're playing for. Okay. And you don't know when they're going to come. You don't know when they're going to come. Sometimes they come by surprise. Sometimes they go up, have a pit stop. I mean, here's 2017. This was pretty much the euphoria, right? We came on here. This was 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like ETH BTC peaking right here. Maybe we can actually see it. See this red line, friends? This is ETH BTC. Look at that. Look at that. ETH BTC pops out here. Here's the lower high. Check that out, right? Look at that. Look at that. So you have to be selling ETH BTC on 1, 2. This is the second monthly candle, third, fourth, fifth. You see that around this zone. By the way, there are a lot of coins out here where their BTC ratios popped in that time. Monero, XRP, Litecoin, a lot of them had actually done that move. So that's the war zone that you have to be looking forward to, but also forward-looking from that into what a bear market might look like. And that war zone, it's going to claim many degens when we're done with that. When we're done with that, all right? And many people, right, that just took realized losses, but it's harsh. You can't blame them. Why'd you take realized losses? You can't. It's a game, man. It's a game. And look, ultimately it comes from the fact that they didn't think about the bear when the times are good. But I know for a fact, most people, they're going to go through it all over again. Because look what's happening right now. This year, we've had literally a product market fit discovery of meme coins everywhere, and everybody's still fading it. They're saying they're going to zero, and they're boring, and pump fund, which isn't even meme coins, by the way, is literally just 100x BitMEX leverage trading equivalent, and people are still fading it. So I think that the most dangerous scenario for crypto is memes go up. That's the worst scenario of all, because it's going to force people to actually probably watch all my old videos. Well, you've watched them. Watch my old videos. We're like, wait, crap. There's no cash flow here. I'm in a digital community. Okay, like think about this, friends. Okay, what's more important? A heart pacemaker or a Louis Vuitton bag? Obviously, the heart pacemaker. Okay. What do you think has a bigger network effect? Do you know the name of a company who makes a heart pacemaker, by the way? No? Do you know how much money they make? Nope. Louis Vuitton makes more. All right, I'll just tell you. There we go. One's a useless bag, but people think it's cool, makes them feel sexy and rich, whatever. And the other thing's actually saving your life. It's regulating your heartbeat. Without it, you die. So I can give you thousands of examples in the real life where this actually plays out. You want to learn this the easy way or the hard way? Okay, that's why it's tough. It's tough. That's why a lot of people say, hey, don't be mid-curve. Don't be mid-curve. Easier said than done. Because all those people saying not to be mid-curve, they're literally watching product market fit things like blow up out of nowhere, and people not in crypto come in and join and demand, hey, we want to join a community. Steve Vance, you got to translate what they're saying, man. All right, when people say, I want to join a community, they're also saying, I want to buy that coin. That's what they're saying. But people don't see the correlation out here. Okay? But don't forget, friends, ultimately at the end of the day, everything's a moving target. We don't know. Something can come in and just blindside us, and we have another Uniswap level of tech. We all hop on that. But right now, there isn't anything. But at least we can see something, man. Giving you special feeling. All of us, including me, man. I'm like, hey, I want to be Bitcoin Maxi next cycle. Everyone said that. Every single person said that. Every single person said that. I think one of two things is going to happen, friends. You know that Bitcoin dominance? I think it's going to go down either long enough or down enough to make people not want to become a Bitcoin Maxi. It might go like down and down and down, like long. It might actually, when it flips red, it might go down really, really long. Either going to do that long or like really vicious. Something like that, okay? And then we'll think about that later on. If you want to be part of the game, man, that's it, friends. You got to invest based off what the crowd is not thinking of doing, okay? And this is a super important concept to think about. And it doesn't mean you're going to bink everything, you're going to smash it the first time, but it does mean at least your mindset is trying to figure out where are the weak hands, all right? And you've seen even with Soylana and racist coins and stuff, it takes a while for those weak hands to finally get crushed because they need a bigger catalyst. But if you're waiting for that catalyst, okay, you got to be careful because you're like, oh, coast is clear. There hasn't been a big collapse after 3 months. And then you get in 3 months later, things get wrecked. That's what happened to everybody and basically in Bitcoin, friends. So I'm going to show you, last thing I got to show you, right? We've got to go through this more. It's really important. If you go back to the top of Bitcoin cycle, all right, look what's happening, friends. You know, I'm going to show you, look at this. This blue line is global liquidity. It was still rising, okay? Global liquidity was still rising, and actually, let's show you the top. And Tether was still gaining in market cap. It was still printing. There was literally no macro indicator to tell you it was all over. And then price dropped. So clearly there were insiders and the market just ran out of juice, 4-year cycle, whatever it is. Insiders, they knew the Fed was going to do something. And then the Fed actually does something much later on. You see that? That was, look at these friends. They started hiking rates here. Bitcoin, before the rate hikes, it was already, oh my gosh, it was, wow, that's crazy. 5 months before they started hiking, Bitcoin had topped. What if that happens again? What if Bitcoin tops next year? Like, maybe it tops out, I don't know, August in 1 year from now. And then maybe like the big recession doesn't actually start until like February the year after that. You got to be careful, man. You have to be careful. We have to be thinking about this. We know all this stuff, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, or catch you in the next one.